Sometimes in life we want to feel like, why do we have to have these struggles? Why do we have to have these nisyonot, the yetzer hara that we have? And the truth is that the nisyonot, the yetzer hara, is what makes us, not breaks us. There was a story that they talk about the Japanese fishermen, where the Japanese, we know that they have their favorite food. Every country has their favorite food. The people that live in England, British, they love tea. People that are in Russia, they love vodka. People in Japan love fresh fish. Now, if some people love fresh fish, obviously by the shore, by the coast, there's a certain amount of fresh fish that is available, and they were eating up all of that fish until they realized there's no more fish by the coast. So they decided we have to figure out a solution. The fishermen, they got big boats, they went out to the sea, they came back with a lot of fish from the deep sea, but people tasted it, they said, it doesn't taste the same as the fresh fish. They decided we'll try something else. They went back out after the first time that they saw it wasn't successful to sell the fish they wanted, and they brought back the fish in very big freezers. They put big freezers on their boats, and they brought back the fish. They could be frozen, and the people tasted it. They said, frozen fish is not the same as fresh fish. So they thought, what can we do to solve this problem? They had a great idea. They said, let's bring the fish back in tanks, in pools. They went out to the water. They put these fish into the pools. They brought them back to Japan shores, and the Japanese said, these fish don't taste the same as the ones at the coast. And they're trying to figure out what it's about, and they realize, you know what? It could be that the fish at the coast, they're moving around, they're in the real habitat, open to the elements. They could be eaten by predators. We don't have that type of dynamic. When we're taking fish and putting them in a pool of water in a tank, they're comfortable. And when a fish is comfortable, he's not really alive. He's like half dead. He's like sleeping, and that doesn't have the energy and the moving around that a fresh fish has, and you could taste it in the meat of the fish. They decided we have to try to come up with a solution. An elderly decided, how about you take an actual predator, take real fish-eating fish, and we'll put them inside the tanks. And this way, they might eat some of the fish that's there, but the rest of them will taste delicious, and people won't just buy once, they'll buy twice. And that's what they did, and they came back. People loved the fish that came back that were chased by the predator. You see, this is also us as Jews. Sometimes we look at death, we look at pain and suffering, we look at the yetzer hara as things that are bad. But you know what the Midrash tells us? God saw everything that He created. V'hineh tov ma'od, it was very good. The Midrash says, what was very good that God created? These three things. You see, death makes us value life. Pain and suffering makes us recalculate when we need to wake up a little bit and realize about what's really important. And the yetzer hara, the fact that we have this predator, he's challenging us at all times. He's making us wake ourselves up, be more alive. That's what makes us great. That's tov ma'od. Don't be upset that you have a yetzer hara. The Torah never says that we should totally kill the yetzer hara. As a matter of fact, it says, barati yetzer hara, barati lo Torah tavlin. I created yetzer hara, and I gave yetzer hara for you a spice that's going to make it that you could work with the yetzer hara. The Torah doesn't cure it and get rid of the yetzer hara, but it's a spice to make it better. You see, the yetzer hara is what makes us. The fact that we have to fight and fall and get back up again, and we're alive spiritually, is only because we have a yetzer hara. So when you feel the challenges, embrace them.